All right, everybody, how's it going? We have some now official breaking news from around the MLB. It is November 30th, 2021. It's early in the morning, but the Detroit Tigers have signed, I think officially have signed Javier Baez to a 6-year, $140 million contract. You can see it's I've been looking for official sources all over, but it does seem like it's finally done. It sounds like they were waiting. Yeah, it's breaking now, so they signed him. It's done. Only is reporting. I think the 7th season is an opt-out season, so he can get out of there. So it looks like all the rumors were true. It does seem like it's officially done now. That it was like happening until apparently like 4 in the morning to get this done. But it does sound like it's official done. It's signed. He's done. He's inked. So I'm happy with it. I'm happy with the signing. It seems like it's a good idea. I know it's not like the Carlos Correa signing that everybody was hoping it would be, but at the same time, it's not. I don't think it had to do with the money. A lot of people are going to be like, "Oh, Chris Ilitch didn't want to spend. He didn't want to spend," but I think it has more to do with like fit of team, length of contract, commitment to putting money into and years into a player when the team itself still feels like there's a little bit of work to be done. We're not 100% that all of what we've seen last season will carry over into this season. There could be a little lag development, or we could be booming off into the sunset. It's kind of like, to me, it's up in the air. I have lofty expectations, so I expect them to be a playoff team next year in the wild card. I think a lot of people do. And I think this signing kind of helps it. Remember, what our options have been at shortstop have not been great or good or serviceable, really. What we get is an immediate defensive upgrade over everybody we've had. One of the better defensive options. And let's see what else is going on. I seen he compares very well to Miguel Tejada. It's not official until it's official, but reports have. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's official when the free press is reporting it. Hit 299, 371, 515, and 47 games with the Mets. Wow. See, people are pretty upset that. See, there seems to be a divide that, and I don't think it has anything to do with like the player himself that we signed or the player that we want to bring in Javier Baez. I think it has more to do with, I think people see it as a cheap move to go get a player instead of spending putting out a 10-year up to $400 million probably with Seager's contract that Correa is going to demand here in the next couple days, I would imagine, or today or tomorrow. Like my biggest thing is everyone's like, oh, they can't afford it. Yeah, I would agree they can't afford it because they're not quite at the level of like a perennial playoff team. If this team had won like 85 games, I feel like they might have decided, hey, maybe we can afford to do this. Maybe this is something, we can look at and not think like, I don't know. I just don't, let me see. Has a third word. Yeah, I know he strikes out a lot. All right. This is, not good. The strikeouts are quite unsettling, but it's it's like the options are like the options we had were like I don't know. Oh, here we go. Now it's yeah. It's all there now. It's starting to come across. It's all becoming more and more official. It's as you see more and more people starting to report the news. It's kind of weird that he didn't credit John Heyman, didn't credit this Evan Petzold guy. But yeah, so Baez is joining the Detroit Tigers on a 6-year, $140 million contract. It sounds like there might be an option for a 7th year. But yeah. Let's see what people are saying. You wanted Correa, but I can't complain about the term in AAV here. This guy is the Tigers a great deal more flexibility than signing a guy for a decade. I know. That's what I mean. It's one of those things where it's like, yeah, but I mean, in 2 years we're off Mickey's contract. So I don't know. What do you guys think? What do you guys think of this move? Do you think the Tigers should have just shelled out another $200 million or $240 million almost potentially to to have gotten this guy, or do you think that if they do this and then make a couple of other signings, is this move a little bit more palatable? What I see this as is a team going, all right, we could break the bank and just roll with what we have now, or we can make about 3 or 4 more big, like decent signings, because they're not essentially even done yet. Who's to say they're still not in a shortstop market here and they're about to move this man over to second? Like, who knows what this move could be? But you also have to remember, there's contracts they have to give out, extensions that are going to be due. I don't know. Just let me know what you think. Should they have spent more money, or do you think Baez fits as long as they go make a bunch of other signings and spend a little bit more money? Because you got to remember, they've also brought in Eduardo Rodriguez, Tucker Barnhart, now Javier Baez. That's a flurry of upgrades that we potentially needed. Another starting pitcher here, maybe an arm in the bullpen. And all of a sudden, we look around and the team's starting to look rather complete, right? You could put Scope at second, Baez at short, Candy at third, some combination of Torkelson, Correa at first. Obviously, Barnhart catching with Rogers or Haas as his backup. Haas playing in the outfield, Baду in the outfield, potentially Riley Green in the outfield, Robbie Grossman in the outfield. I don't know when Green and Torkelson are going to get called up. When you look around and Cabrera DHing, when Torkelson gets called up, it's one of those things where you look at the team and you're like, wow, it's actually quite a good little team. We don't really need that much extra signings. And Baez probably fits the culture of Detroit maybe a little bit better than Carlos Correa does. Seems like Mets fans liked him, Cubs fans loved him. It seems like both teams were quite interested in re-signing the guy. So let's give this a shot. I think it's a good signing. The strikeouts are a little worrying, but I think his plus defensive play and plus power, I think, kind of helped the team out and give us an immediate need and upgrade, which didn't break the bank, which I think is still valuable. I don't care that we're not spending that much money. You can get more now, more players, more talent on the team. So I think that's more important than just having the flashiest new toy on the block. We did that for literally from 2004 till 2016, and we didn't win anything. So what does that seem to say to you? Maybe make a little bit more smart signings. Maybe make a little bit more sensible signings. Who knows? Maybe this is well thought out. I hope. I'm not gonna sit here and start. I don't know. This is already a long video for what should be breaking news. So, but yeah, Javier Baez signs to the Tigers on a 6-year, $140 million contract. I'm quite happy with it. And it makes it, Tigers got their guy. Now let's hope it turns out good. If you're a Tigers fan and you remember, don't be mad at Baez or anybody like that. If you direct your hate at Illich if you're angry. But anyway, let me know what you think. I'll be sure to comment back. Leave your thoughts down below. Leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you're new here. And any more signings the Tigers make, I'll be sure to make another video on. Thanks a lot. Have a good rest of your day, night, morning, whenever you listen to this. And thanks a lot. Have a good one. Peace out.